Only through each of the individual's effort, each individual's lively practice, can this grand tradition be lively and creative.
I get to know a lot of young CPC members. Their identity as a CPC member really gives them such a very high self-demand that they ask themselves to put their utmost enthusiasm into the thing that they want to do.
Zhang Yunqi is a PhD student studying Chinese philosophy at Peking University. Unlike most people her age who are in tune with the latest fads and trends, she prefers things like traditional Chinese opera, a discipline she also practices.
I've been practicing Kunqu opera since I was 9 years old. I think Kunqu opera had been my most important label since I was in primary school. It has accompanied me through my growth and influenced a lot of my characters.
Zhang is not only practicing it herself, but also wants to introduce this art to more of her fellow students. She volunteered as a Kunqu teacher for the school's traditional opera club 4 years ago. But Zhang adds it's all about inspiring rather than forcing her fellow students.
When I was very little, I've always tried to make my fellow students like it. But it turns out if you want to make them like it, they wouldn't like it.
This is also true in other areas. Zhang herself was deeply inspired by her fellow students 2 years ago when she decided to join the CPC.
The moment that inspired me to join the CPC party was during the preparation process for the 70th anniversary of the National Day. During the preparing process, I get to know a lot of young CPC members. Their identity as a CPC member really gives them such a very high self-demand that they ask themselves to put their utmost enthusiasm into the thing that they want to do.
As a student, she believes there are similarities between passing on the baton of traditional Chinese culture and the CPC spirit. Zhang says the first and foremost thing is to fully understand the essence of these two, in order to understand what role a young person can play in them.
I've been taking class from Professor Ames in our department. He really emphasizes totality and particularity are field and focus. Particularity is always the focus in the field of totality, and totality is itself all the particularities. So only through each of the individual's effort, each individual's lively practice, can this grand tradition be lively and creative.
Zhang says we are living in a peaceful and prosperous age, which requires some new interpretation for what CPC member is.
Very simply, being sincerely reflexive and always care about others.
She says these are the two things she hopes to always pursue. Cao Bing, CGTN, Beijing.